Hey guys, thank you for joining me. This is a short instructional video to walk you through the registration process for the SPAR swim team online registration. So unfortunately, since I'm in preview mode right here because I'm registering test data, when you go to do this, you're going to go to the SPAR swim team website, and on the home page in the top right hand corner in approximately this area, it's going to say registration is active, and you click on that and it's going to take you to another page, and it's going to have two options. You can choose registration for Sparrows Point and Adams Run residents and registration for outside residents. This is the training call for the registration for Sparrows Point and Adams Run residents. So you would select that option and you would just click on it, and it's going to take you to this page. So we're going to go ahead and fill this out. I'm going to be entering in a lot of bogus data, some real data, because this is a test. I don't want to put our own personal information out for the world to see, but this should give you a good idea of how the registration process works with Swimtopia. So I'm going to go ahead and register, and I'm going to register myself, Suzanne Schlarback, and I'm going to put my email on here, and I'm going to add my phone number. If you want to add more than one parent at this time, you can. It is not required. You only need to have one. If you enter both, then both members can register for volunteering. They can, I'll go ahead and register my husband. They can receive emails and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Okay. If you wanted to add another parent or guardian information, you can. So if like a step parent needs to be added or a grandparent needs to be added, you can do so. So for my athlete information, I'm going to put my daughter down, Abigail, but she goes by Abby. Put in all her information. Use the drop downs here. She's a female. Her birthday is March 7th, 2009. So let's hear it for the 8 and unders. If I had 2 children, I would simply enter the next child on the next line. If I had 3, I could add another athlete. So I'm going to go ahead and enter our information here. And again, this is not our real address. I'm just using it for okay. So the next one is the birth certificate digital agreement. So what this says, it says, I agree that the copy of my child's birth certificate may be scanned so that it may be kept as an electronic copy to be maintained on the team computer for as long as my swimmer is a participant. If no is selected, you'll be required to submit a new copy of the swimmer's birth certificate each year, and it will be destroyed at the completion of the season. So what this means is if you want to be able to submit your child's birth certificate, either a paper copy and we'll scan it, or a digital copy where you email it to us, you would select yes, and then we would keep that on file for as long as your swimmer participates in swim team. You would not be required to submit it every year. It's just kind of a once and done thing. If you select no here, then you're gonna be providing us with a paper copy of your child's birth certificate. We will keep it on file for that season and then destroy it at the end of the season. So that means next year when you do registration, you'll have to resubmit your swimmer's birth certificate. It absolutely does not matter to us, whichever you prefer. I'm okay with this because I don't want to have to dig up her birth certificate every year, so I'm going to go ahead and select yes. But by all means, we are giving you this option to opt out of an electronic copy if you do not wish us to do that for your child. Volunteer agreement. Swim team requires volunteers. Our swim team is completely volunteer run. You are required to work a half of every away meet and up to a full home meet. Not always are you required to work a full home meet, but you may be required to. It really depends on how many families we have participating. You need to be aware that you could be called upon to work the whole meet. So these are the areas where we accept volunteers. So yes, I understand, and I'm going to go ahead and initial it. Scratch fee acknowledgement. If I have registered my child for a meet and I have to pull them out at the last minute, and it's not for a medical reason, then I will have to pay $5 per event, because there's a lot of accommodations that have to be made. Heats have to be rearranged. There's a lot of work that goes into handling scratches. So yes, I agree that I would have to pay. So I understand. I'm going to initial it. Birth certificate requirement. This is just saying that I will submit a copy, either digital or paper, of my child's birth certificate to this email, or bring to registration weekend, or mail to, and then we'll be adding a mailing address here for you if you'd like to do that. So yes, I understand. My child will not be allowed to participate in swim team events until we have this birth certificate. Next is the sale ethics and liability agreement. Again, this is the same agreement that you have agreed to every year. I encourage you to read over it very carefully and before you acknowledge that you have read it. We will have a copy of this on the website, so you can download it and keep a copy for your records. Sale medical release form, treatment consent. Again, this is the same as what we've had in years past. You're giving consent for people to treat your child medically in case of an emergency. So I'm going to make sure I read over this very carefully, and then I'm going to select that I have read and accept the terms. I'm going to initial, and again, there will be a copy of this on the website for people if they would like to keep a paper copy of it. So I need to add any medical conditions that my child has. She does have an allergy to penicillin, so I'm going to input that in. It just auto-populated it, by the way, because I've done this before on another video. She has no medical conditions, and she is taking Flonase. So her physician, I'm going to say, is Dr. Smith. Again, I've typed this in several times. So I'm putting in just basic bogus information. You'll need to go through and put actual information for your child. So we have Blue Cross Blue Shield. The policy is in my name. And our policy is XYZ1234. So again, when you get all that information out, you're going to click Next Step. If you've forgotten anything, it will not allow you to continue. But we've done everything. So next is the t-shirt order information. Every swimmer gets a free team t-shirt. So we need to tell the folks what size to order for her. So she's going to want a youth small, and again, it's free, so it's not going to charge you anything for this. So here come to the payment page. Right now we're not accepting credit cards, we're only accepting check. Hopefully in future years we'll be able to accept credit cards, but this is just telling me the total that is due. It's $95 for the first swimmer and $80 for additional swimmers. And I'm going to go ahead and hit checkout. Now, when you're registering this, after you click checkout, it's going to take you to a confirmation page, and it's going to say thank you for registering your swimmer. As a reminder, we need your birth certificate. It's going to tell you that our first event is kickoff party on May the 13th. So that's what you're going to get. You're also going to get a copy of that same confirmation with the email that you registered earlier in the form, and that is all. Unfortunately, if I click checkout here, it's going to take you to a page for setting up the website, so I don't think you want to see that. But anyway, that is it, guys. It's fairly easy. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me. I am on this Contact Us page. I am Suzanne Schlotterbeck. I'm the Adams Run Sale Rep, and here is my contact information. Feel free to email me with any questions that you may have. Thanks again, and I hope you have a smooth registration process, and we look forward to the 2017 season. Thank you.